Hi, everybody. I'm really excited to be on right now. Really excited to be on. I'm just going through a few things, but we're going to talk about getting a mortgage today. Okay, if you're ready to buy a house, I'm here to help you. I want to give you all the information that you're looking for. If you're renting at 100%. So we want to make sure that you're getting the most out of your money. Everybody wants to save money. Everybody wants to put money back in their pocket. So if you are not a homeowner yet, I definitely want to talk to you and give you the nitty gritty as to how you can become one. So, this career that I chose, kind of happened by accident 24 years ago, but I love it. I love helping people. I love putting money back in your pocket. So, I'd love to talk to you, and I'm here to answer any questions that you might have about getting a mortgage today. And what a great day. I'm in Toledo, Ohio, like in Ohio and Michigan, but I mentor women around the United States and Canada to help women who are in this business have a more successful, well-rounded life. And that really kind of can go for anybody, right? Like if you love what you do and you love your career and you're leading in the right direction with a lot of values and ethics, which are not really seen that much today anymore, right? The values and ethics piece seem to be like completely going away, and we are seeing people being rude, being mean, angry, their shelves are empty, money's tight, inflation sucks. So I'm here to help you get the most out of your money, get the most out of your investment, teach you the guidelines, teach you the way to go. That way, when you're ready to buy or you're ready to refinance, you're ready to sell, you know that you have somebody on your side who's going to fight with you. I don't know everything, but I know about everything there is to know about this business because of knowledge and education, failures and successes. Like, in my opinion, you have to fail to be successful, right? If you don't have failure, how are you going to be successful? That stands for whatever it is that you do in this life. The one thing I know for sure is you can't ever change the wind, but you can change your sail. You can always change your sail. So if you're a person who may have had some credit challenges in the past, or you're a person that thinks, oh my God, I don't know where to start, how to even begin in this market, I do. So whether you are in Toledo, whether you're in Ohio, Michigan, or you're somewhere in Florida, I can really assist you with what you need to do in order to make your purchase and investment, hold more money in your pocket, obtain the most out of what you have with knowledge, education, facts, value, compassion. And the reason why, to me, as to why you move is a heck of a lot more important than the program. So if you're with a good mortgage loan officer, they're going to teach you that your home is the biggest investment. They're going to explain to you how to keep the most money in your pocket and give you all the options that you're entitled to have, right? So for example, let's say you own a house now, right? And the interest rates have gone up, but you refinanced last year. So, or the year before, when the interest rates were incredibly low, you don't want to refinance right now. You want to either take a line of credit, or if you need the cash, or you can do what's called a recast. A recast is where your interest rate won't change, but if you have a large chunk of money to put down on your balance, you can actually do that without losing your interest rate. So that's an incredible thing to know, and most lenders don't want to tell you what that word is. I do, because the worst thing you can do right now is if you're at, 3.5%, is go in and refinance and take a 5.5%, 6%, right? So I want to answer questions. I want to talk to people who are wanting to buy a house, who have questions about what the process is really like. Anyone who's interested in being a mortgage loan officer, I'd love to explain to you how that process actually really works. There's a lot of things that go into preparing somebody to be in this this market, number one, and then to explain how the process works so that way you get the most out of your blood, sweat, and tears, which is your money at the end of the day. So, again, whether you would like to learn about how to become a homeowner, I know, I can tell you, right? I can teach you how that works. Or you want to be in this business, I really want to help. Passion to me is a big deal. I mean, this world that we're living in right now is wonky. It's so wonky. Like, there is just like, okay, my husband went to Wendy's the other day, and party time. Yeah, so I'm reading your comment there, friend. Anyway, like if you go to Wendy's or something and they're understaffed, I mean, they're turning people away. When in our economy have we seen the things that we're seeing right now going down? Like, I have not seen this kind of economy. I know it's happened, right? But to see it, work in it, live in it, it's different. So 9% inflation, the rent has skyrocketed, right? So when it was a seller's market, we had a lot of investors who had a lot of cash. They came in, they bought up a lot of properties, and then they rent for double, triple, or they're doing flips, right? So they came in, they bought up some of the property that was not as expensive, and that, I'm declining anybody to join me live right now, but if you have a question, please ask me the question at the bottom, and I'll go ahead and answer it. So I'm watching the comments. And party time, yeah, it is kind of a party. I'm sick of being dull, boring, and a stuffy banker. Who wants that? You want someone who fights and is on your side, knows the rules, doesn't agree with all of them per se, but they're going to be able to guide you with a very good purchase and keep money in your pocket. Everybody wants to keep the money in their pocket. So if you are looking to buy, you need a few things. You need to have your last 2 year W-2s, right? So let's say you job hop. Like, okay, I had a client, had 9 jobs in 2 years. So I did, when they had 9 jobs, I had that client actually go through and give me what's called a written verification of employment to make sure there was no job gaps. If you have any job gaps within those 2 years, you literally need to have those job gaps explained because, underwriters want to know why you weren't working. If you have declining income, they want to know why. So if you've been in your job for at least 2 full years, I can use all the income that you bring in at the end of the day, so you're year to date. But if you have not been at your job for a full 2 years, I can only use your hourly and 40 hours at the most. All right, people want to come in, so I'm going to accept because I've never done this before. Hey, y'all.
What up?
How are ya?
I'm alright.
Joining me? I mean, I'll tell you what.
Accept it.
I've never done this before.
Blanco, you have to accept it, Blanco.
I'm trying.
Blanco, accept it. Acéptalo.
There, did I do it right?
Yeah.
So what does this mean?
It's just a four, so he's your partner, and then we're partners.
So what do we do?
People just throw gifts, and you just win. And taps and shares. It's like
So
battling one
we gotta
person,
dance?
but it's 4. Nah, we don't have to do any of that. Don't worry about it.
I've never done this before. So I'm literally trying to help
Well, let me
people.
follow you. I'm going to follow you because your first time anyway. I'm going to follow you.
Where are you from?
Enséñale amor a dominicano.
Where are y'all from?
Jersey.
I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from New York.
Nice. Nice. I've never been there.
Can you lower your music?
I'm gonna turn that off. Trying to figure out how to do that.
Let me go. What are we doing?
She's trying to turn
Oh
off
my
her
God.
music. There it is. You just had it.
There. Yeah, sorry.
Hello.
I was trying to
Blanco,
cut that off.
Thank you, bye.
huepa.
Need help?
Dominicano, look
How
at
can I help
you.
Here.
Ángel,
So, how are you, Dominic? Where are you from?
I'm from United States.
Nice. So, is anybody here looking to buy a house?
What you say? ¿Qué ella
I
dice?
got you, Roxana.
We just
¿Qué tú
literally
dijiste?
sit here.
No,
¿Ella qué dice?
what did you just say so I can translate?
We just sit here.
We just stay here.
Gracias, Ana.
You're in one team. You got to tell your people, let's go. Look at the line. We're winning.
I don't think anybody does.
You're blue. You're the blue team. We're the red team.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
That's how that works. But all the gifts go to you, whoever throws for you.
Wait.
I didn't even know that existed. So I'm
It just
learning.
tallies up both of your team scores on top.
Vamos, mi gente, denle a la playita, vamos.
Hold on, let me grab it.
Gracias.
When I do like voicemail.
show you this is
Nah,
what I
facts.
get. I'm just gonna show you something.
No, I didn't see what you said, Brittany. Hold on.
So this comes from my answering service.
I don't say.
A la
but I
pantallita,
do.
mi gente, vamos, let's go.
Who is this?
Paula, I'm running late for work. I'm waiting for the bus. And then she calls again.
No, Ikea, because why does she have so many
Se
boxes?
quedó ahí con los caballos.
Well, for me, I know that. Bro, Alice got me about to
Vamos, mi
sneeze.
gente.
Déjame pagar el aire acondicionado que está frío.
What you say? ¿Qué tú dices?
No, que yo tenía que pagar el aire acondicionador porque estaba frío.
Supposed to be $300 a month, so I was saying, I wonder if there's any way I could do it, but
Se puso lento.
record
I don't
of
know.
the call. So
This is
if I
interesting.
forwarded my business phone,
Huh?
This is an
Mi gente, denle a la
interesting thing.
pantallita, vamos.
call would end up coming.
It's
in,
It is.
interesting.
It's interesting.
right? So that's the easy part. Then when they leave a message,
Yeah, I'm learning all about
it's going to be
live,
on
right?
phone message.
So it's kind of fun.
Come as a
Está calentándome, yo calentándote. Tú dices que tú eres dura, solo quiero ver.
Pon la música, dominicano, ponla, ponla.
I tell them.
You know what
Espérate,
I
déjame
do for a
se me
living
bloqueó.
is I help people buy houses.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Hey,
So I give,
I love
yeah,
that.
I give people mortgage loans, and then I help women so that way they learn how to be balanced and strong women when whatever they do for a career, right?
Good, because I'm going to message you.
Please do, because you know what? This
I
world
am.
is mean. People can be so mean. So I'm trying to do something very nice for people in my community so that way they can, buy a house and
Not really.
have a nice life.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know what
Another-
this is all about that I'm doing, but I put you all on here to see how this would go.
But
I know, yeah.
So are you in the States or no?
Yes, I'm in the States. I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice. What were those little faces?
Huh?
Faces that they put up.
Okay, so that means that your team lost and that means that we won.
Oh,
Now
okay.
look at the score. Look at the score right here. Mine says 625. My score adding his score 102 equals 727 on top.
Got it.
So his score 12 and your score 0 adds up to just 12.
Got it.
So-
Why is mine 0? How do I
Because they
make
just
it?
have to throw gifts. That's how this works. It's like a regular battle.
I got it.
Yeah.
This is my
That's how the battles work.
I know.
Battles even if like
So
boom,
when they
boom,
leave a
boom.
message with my answering service,
The guy left. He clicked the guy had clicked off.
So
One more?
I'm gonna go back to what I was doing, but can I shut this off?
Yes, go to the bottom and then just shut it off. Yes. Ella no puede, she can't. Uno más, ella no puede, mi amor.
I don't know how to shut this off.
Give me 1 second.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm back on live just doing my regular because I don't know what that was. That was so strange. Live is interesting. So I've never actually gone on live, but I'm trying to help as many people as I can. So as I go through here and do a few things, bear with me. But I am just on to help people save money and put more money back in their pockets by utilizing their home as an investment. So I'm trying to get off that other thing. It's fun to be on here though. I love helping people. I am on here just to talk about the market and helping you put more money back in your pocket. So, and if you're a mortgage loan officer, I'm here to help you too. We definitely want to have a very nice, well-balanced, successful life, I would imagine. So I'm here just to help answer questions about the market and how that can actually help put more money back in your pocket. Right now is a great time to be an investor too, really. Like if you buy a house on a primary, on a conventional loan, and then you have it for, a year, 6 months, you can rent that out. So imagine you get a smaller home, a fixer-upper, and renting right now is like bid wars, okay? There's bid wars going on with renting, for real. So when you go to rent a place, some people are expecting you to put the whole year up front. And so I say, if you're going to do that, you should literally, thank you. I know that Jesus Christ loves me. No hate. You're right. No hate. It's getting old. The hate is getting old, I would say. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. But anyway, so we want to put more money in your pocket. So one way or another, you're either renting or you have bought your home. There is one or the other, or you're living with family. So if you want to become a homeowner, I have some really incredible tips that'll help you, and I want to come on live to answer your questions. No matter what state you're in, we can help you. If you're a mortgage loan officer, if you're a woman in business, if you're a woman who, is looking for balance between your successful career and your home life, because believe you me, that's a hard thing to do, right? So if you need assistance with that, I would love to help you with encouragement. The one thing I've learned is you cannot control the wind. The wind is going to blow, and the direction of the wind is something that, you can't change. But you can control your sail, right? So if you put your sail in one direction or another, you're going to go to where you'd like to go. You have to see the vision for success. So for me, I chose this career because I'm able to help people with something that everybody yearns to do every day, which is go home. We all want to go home, and we want to go home to a safe home, right? So in my position, I read inspection reports, appraisal reports. I try to help my clients to make sure that the home that they're bringing their beloved family into is safe and secure. When you get a mortgage, I'm sure you've heard nightmare stories of people going back and forth with underwriting, right? Where you can hear that, they kept giving them more things to bring to the table. And honest to God, that's just an uneducated loan officer. Not in every case, but in most cases, because when I look at a client and their portfolio, I'm looking for certain things that at this point in my career, right after 24 years, I should know when I first talk to you. So our first conversation is always the longest because I'm really diving into hearing about what is your idea of success. What is your idea of getting a home, and what are your goals? Are you a first-time home buyer? Are you in the middle where you're downsizing and becoming empty nesters? Are you in a position where you've decided that you want to build? Are you in a position that you've decided you want, whatever it is you want? You can even make money. Let's just say you wanted more than a 1-unit property and you wanted to make rental income money and increase your income, right? Who doesn't want to increase their income? So sometimes, or more than sometimes, you can do up to a 4-unit on an FHA loan. So let's just put this into perspective. So, music is too loud. Thank you for letting me know. I am new at the live, so let me fix it right now. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I like to have a little music because it loosens me up a little bit, but is that better? If you're there, just pace. I don't know. Is the music better? Okay, anyway, back to putting money back in your pocket and being successful. So if you get 4-unit property, let's just say you're a first-time home buyer, and you live in 1 unit. So this is up to 4 units, because anything after 4 units is commercial. So if you're getting a first-time home and you get more than 1 unit, you can then rent the other unit out, and now you also have a income stream. So for people that are needing additional income, there are ways to utilize your investment to do that. So there's so many different options, and there's so many different ways to have a very successful purchase if you have a loan officer who's listening to what your needs are. In my opinion, when people move, the reason why is the most important reason. So when I know why, or you have another mortgage professional, sorry, I'm reading comments, and I cannot multitask. I'll tell you that right now. So if I'm reading comments, I can't talk and go back to what I was talking about. So, and thank you for letting me know that was better. So at any rate, I'm licensed in Ohio and Michigan, but I have the ability to get you in contact with more than just an Ohio and Michigan mortgage loan officer through my company, which my company, honest to goodness, after doing this for as many years as I have, the company that I'm with, called We Lending, is the most amazing broker company that I could ever be with. My programs are incredible. My interest rates have beat every place that I priced out, including speaking with my peers and asking them to price certain things, because if you're my client, whether I do your loan or somebody else does your loan, my goal is to keep the most money in your pocket as possible. So what I'd like to do is just answer questions and talk to people about home ownership. It's such a critical and important thing in your life. So there are ways to get a mortgage loan, right? You can go to a bank, you can talk to a mortgage broker like me, or you can speak with the lender who does their own servicing. So you can also call a call center, and if you call a call center, not that they're not good, but it's exactly what it is. So most of the time I work on files that, I've had a great, I'm so blessed to be able to work with as many people as I have, and so blessed to live a life with my career that I don't work a day in my life. I just, help other people, which makes my life amazing in my opinion, because really at the end of the day, no matter what you do, I think when you do whatever it is that you're good at, that you do very good at that thing. So for me, I'm not a good decorator, but I'm good at numbers. I love my career, and I know what it's like to actually feel, God, all I want is a nice place to put my family, a nice place to have Christmas, right? And have it be your own, a legacy of sense, right? That's, in my opinion, what so many things are about, is doing well and doing good. And I think that no matter what industry you're in, no matter what, we're all feeling the effects of this type of economy. The economy has had, honestly, 9% inflation. Our drop in real estate and purchases last month in my area was 22%. And honestly, with mentoring women around the United States and Canada about just doing this job with values and ethics, I've seen that it's not just our country, it's all over the world. So, you can add value no matter what industry you're in by the way that you handle your reactions, 110%. I just happen to do this job and love what I do. So no matter the industry, if you're bringing value, if you're bringing ethics, if you're doing everything within your heart that you know that you're good at, and bringing about a better way in that particular thing, because we can't be good at everything, then in my opinion, that is success. You don't every day wake up ready to jump out of the bed and hit the ground running. Not every day, but you do jump out of the bed with a little bit more excitement than if you were just settling for something that was blasé in your life. So for me, I got good at being a mortgage specialist, because I feel that when a person is going to buy a home, that the excitement, the anxiety, all of the pieces of the puzzle are, it can bring about stress. So for me, when I realized, early in my career that I was doing more than just a loan, right? And people were more to me than just a number. I decided that was the area in which I could make a difference. It was just this area. So whatever it is that you do and whatever it is that your idea of success is, please just get good at it, because we can't be good at everything. So, I wanted to come on live. This is my first time ever coming on live TikTok. I tried to do it earlier, but it was a mess. So thank you for being here, and thank you for joining. It really, it means a lot to me. So you're either renting or you have a home and you bought it and you live in it. So again, there are so many different areas with home ownership that we could touch on, right? There's so many different programs. So I'm a residential mortgage specialist. I guess I'm kind of a doctor of mortgages. So I'm not a bank, but when I close your loan, we do fund it, and then it sells on the secondary market, which is typical for every single person who obtains a mortgage, right? Unless you're with a servicer, you're with a bank, they hold their own paper and they're not selling on the secondary market. So right now, let me kind of explain and go back. So a couple of years ago, the rates really went down astronomically. So many people were either buying or they were, investing. So they were becoming an investor. They were becoming first-time home buyers. And the buying power when the rates were low was a little bit better, because you could literally, at 3.5% or 2.99 or whatever that rate was, you could buy more house than what you could today. So maybe a year ago, you qualified for $400,000, and today you qualify for, $275,000. Well, that's basically because of the interest rate rising, right? So if you're a first-time home buyer, you're probably a bit overwhelmed. And if you work with a bank, you're going to get just that. You're going to get a bank. You're going to get banker's hours. And there are great bankers. I'm not saying don't use them. But what I'm saying is, for me, I feel like because this is all I do, it's not just, a mortgage at a bank, in my opinion, is like earrings to the outfit. It's an accessory item. So for me, I'm trying to really make sure that that's all I do is mortgages. And so I am very blessed to have a nice pipeline. And now I'm just taking it up a notch by doing this to try and help more people. So let's start with first-time home buyers. So let's say you're living with mom and dad, or you are living in an apartment and you've never done this before. So there's a couple things that you'll want to have prepared for your mortgage loan officer. Pardon me. But you would want to have, and if you're taking notes or anything, I can always put something up, or you can contact me directly. I work 7 days a week because, when you're buying a home, you probably want the person handling your finances to be available on Saturday at 4 p.m. or, Sunday at 2 p.m. because you want those numbers if you're about to put in an offer, because with every property, the taxes are different, so your payment could change. And if you're writing a slight debt ratio wire, then you want to make sure that, your numbers are accurate. So first-time home buyer, you need W-2s, for the last 2 years. So everything's kind of in twos except for your pay stubs, which is 1 month. So W-2s for 2 years. And that means every single one. So if you had, different jobs, make sure that you have all of your W-2s. If you're self-employed, you're going to need your full federal tax returns. So that's, very important. Last 2-month bank statements. And in the bank statements, here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to make sure that you did not deposit cash or funds that I cannot source back. So a lot of people are like, yeah, I've got the money, but I'm getting it from my mom, I'm getting it from my dad, uncle, aunt, whoever, and they deposit it. So I can't use it then. If it's just a cash deposit and I can't trace it back, that money is not usable. So what we want to do is, if you are getting a gift, you have to have the last month bank statement of the gift donor so we can trace that money and then you can use it. So there is steps that you should go by if you are getting a gift. So last 2-year W-2s, last 2-month bank statements, clean, all pages. So, golly dang, you can, if you got 6 bank statement pages, please send all 6, right? If it's got a number, it's a document, you need all pages. And that is one thing that so many people just forget. So if it's blank, it doesn't matter. We still need it. Then you need your last month of pay stubs. If you're paid weekly, that means 4. If you're paid bi-weekly, that means 2. And then we need your driver's license. And, there's additional documents depending on your situation. Your situation is a fingerprint. It's a unique, individualistic approach. So no matter what you do for a living, no matter, what your reasons are for wanting to move or wanting to purchase or wanting to grab money out of your equity, wanting to be an investor, those reasons are so critically important that the person who is guiding you with your transaction needs to be aware of your goals. Your goals are the things that need to stand up, in first, front and center. So, that is critically important. I would really love to answer some questions and help anybody who's in the process. I also teach about balance, right? So if you're a female, a male, it doesn't matter. But whatever you do for a living, do it well. Do whatever it is that you are good at and do it well, right? And, it could be a terrible day, but your reactions to how you handle the terrible day is what matters at the end of the day. So, people make mistakes. We're all human beings, but how are you going to handle the mistake? How are you going to make things right? In this world, we have gotten so far away from bringing it back to the basics that it makes me so sad. And, I do deals sometimes that other people have made mistakes on. For example, I took over a mortgage that a person was told all the way to the day after it was supposed to close that they were fine. The day after these people were supposed to close and move into their new home, they were told that they were denied. I mean, can you imagine? So let's say you've got all your stuff ready to go. You've been approved. Your lender's telling you everything is fine. You come to the closing day, which has now been extended a day. And then you find out that that extension day that you're actually denied. I mean, what in the hell is that? I couldn't believe it. So when I was contacted by the realtor, I just told this realtor to please send me everything, right? Because at this point, this family's in an emergency, right? This is what I do. So if this family's in an emergency, they're counting on me to make sure that I'm accurate and I know my stuff and I get them back into where they are actually approved. So it was a lot of divvying down, and I work in decimal points. So with working in decimal points, I was able to put this deal back together, do what was necessary, and get them closed, right? But I don't like to work on those very strenuous situations where the clients are obviously completely and utterly upset and their life has just been turned upside down by somebody who didn't know their job. So I know this, and I'm teaching this, and I'm trying to help other people to learn how to obtain balance in their life, no matter what it is that you do. When you talk about success, right, for any person, success is an individual approach. Your idea of success is not mine necessarily. My idea of success is not yours. But if you're able to have a mindset that literally puts you in whatever situation you're in, front and center, and you're able to control things within yourself, how you respond at the end of the day is always going to win. So your responses to things is in your control. And once I learned that, and I mean it, for some stupid reason, it took me 46 years to learn that the only control in any situation, no matter what you do, is how you respond, right? So I learned a trick, and I was very high strung. I still kind of am, obviously, but I was very high strung. Everything was so critically important. I was jumping at moment's notice for every single person. So I was not controlling my business. The business was controlling me. Right? Complete polar opposite of what I was trying to do. So when I realized that, I had to then take a step back. So from January to July, I was off work, just figuring out who I am. And so, I think everybody should really take time to really discover who they are. And then if there's any faults, take out the judgment on yourselves. Don't put the emotion into it. Stop thinking with the emotion. You need to think with your brain. So if you're in a situation and you have a couple different ways to react, take the way to react in a positive way. And no matter how nasty someone is to you, you know what? Just, that's their problem. Don't make it yours, and don't let it ruin your day, right? Easier said than done, yeah, but it takes practice, and anything you do that means something, it takes practice. If you're going to get good at something, it's practice. If you're going to run a great business, you need practice, right? So it's okay to make a mistake, but when you do make a mistake, you need to determine how you're going to fix that mistake and do it with some ethics, right? So I love to be a local lender because I feel by being a local lender, I do have a lot of skin in the game. I'm seeing my clients at their, I'm going to walk you around so I can get something to drink, but you're going to see your clients at the grocery store. You do, I do, and I like to make sure that people are happy. So if people are happy and successful, well, I feel that's what it's all about. And too many people are now just completely focusing on all the negativity that is going on around the world. So I want to help people to understand you can obtain the success that you're looking to obtain based on the mindset that you place within yourself. So for me, again, that is helping people with their home. That is helping people to understand that, don't pay 100% interest. You know, if you want to be an investor, it really is a good time. And again, if you live, like if you wanted a 4-unit property, 2-unit property, obtain rental income so that way you are actually making a profit on the home that you buy. You can have somebody living in one of those units or all of those units. So let's say, I sound like Stevie Nicks. Yeah, you know what? I got a raspy voice, and that's just what God decided to give me. So thanks a lot. I don't think I could sing like her, though. Maybe not. But yeah, my voice is a little raspy, and that's who I am. I'm kind of down to earth, and I try not to be a stuffy banker because, in my opinion, if I am doing a financial colonoscopy on you, I think we should probably be in a friendly setting, right? So when you get a mortgage, yeah, it can be difficult depending on your portfolio, but the first conversation with your professional should really lay out a great outline for that lender. That way they can then utilize what you've told them your goals are so you can obtain a successful purchase and not get bounced around between underwriting and your loan officer causing extension after extension. I mean, that just drives me crazy. I'm a perfectionist. So when I'm looking at my client's portfolio, I certainly want to look at every detail, because if I don't, I'm going to get called out in underwriting anyway, which is only going to delay your file. So, when I do closings, my record is 10 days with a full appraisal. And that's also because I'm blessed with a good team. And I think success, as in this industry, is not a solo operation, right? You are successful if your team helps you to manage the volume that you have going on. So if you can manage the volume that you have going on in a team setting, then you are in a much better position. Hey, I'm online. Okay, sorry, I had somebody unexpected. So this is how it works when you're working remote. I'm sitting here working, right? And people get the misconception that because I'm working from home, I obviously have time. No, please don't just, walk in my house when I'm in the middle of working. I don't know if anybody else is working remote. I mean, do you feel like people think because you're working remote that you should just have all this additional time and they can walk in whenever they feel like it and then get mad at you because you're in the middle of doing something? I'll tell you, I just signed Office Space last week, and I'm so excited. My internet's not coming though until the 28th, so I really can't get out of here. But a call or a text or something from people that know I work from home is always appreciated, just a little bit, but doesn't always happen. So then people's feelings get hurt, and it really kind of ticks me off, but that's just my problem. But again, I can't control the wind. I just can control my sails. So if people take it offensively that I am in work mode when they walk in my house in the middle of the day when I'm working remote, that's just the way it's got to be. So back to being a homeowner. I've given you the list of the items that you need. So when you have that together, what I do for people is when I speak with them, we speak initially and I take an application. I'm not so fast to pull the credit right off the rip. So if you tell me I have a collection and it's not medical, or you say, I don't know what my credit score is, at least go on something that's going to give you an idea, because if you're way lower than what I could approve anyway, I would at least want to know what collections are on there and then guide you with how to take care of those balances. You can settle collections. You can. You don't have to pay them in full in order for us to accept that the balance is zero. You can call a creditor. You can tell them, so let's just say you've got $1,000 collection, right? If you have $1,000 collection, you can call the creditor and ask them, I've got $250 I want to settle. Some do, some don't. That's just the way it is. On your credit cards, you should not be spending more than 30% of the balance in which they give you. The 30% factor is a big deal. So if you have a $500 credit card, for example, you don't want to spend any more than $150. So when you get to $150, pay it off, and you're going to see your credit start to shoot up. So those are just a few tricks that I've learned. So in addition to that, I have my own business. It's called Need to Call Nicole LLC. And on Facebook, I run a group for women in this business, or women who are strong and they are trying to figure out balance, just like this episode that y'all seen right now. I'm here doing a live. I'm working. Someone walks in my house. I have 6 kids and 5 grandkids. So, it happens. But they get the misconception that because I'm here, so I know if you're working remote, it can be challenging. And so to have a group together who understands those sorts of things, it's a great group for us women, because balance is what it is. There was a time I let the business completely run me, and I made no time for family. Well, not no time, but not very much time. And, it's just hard being a businesswoman and having a very busy life at the same time. It can be challenging. So I offer a spot that is so non-judgmental. People don't hurt one another's feelings, or I kick you out, because I really want to bring back values and ethics to not just my community, but those that feel maybe a bit overwhelmed right now, feel that they can't obtain success for whatever reason that is, or they don't think that they can be a homeowner. You just need somebody to listen to you, right? You just need somebody who really cares and is willing to take some time and understand your goals 100%. So I would love to help anybody who's watching with whatever goal that you might have. Marketing is a humongous piece of being a loan officer. So when you're a loan officer, you can flip the script. You don't have to sit and wait for leads. You don't have to spend money on co-marketing in order to obtain leads at all times either, right? If you do a few things and you present yourself in a certain way, you can set your own limits. And I love to teach people, anybody, how to do that. I love to also help people with their graphics, with their photos, their videos, and really let other people shine based on what they feel is important about their qualities. So if you're in sales and you are having a brain fog, or you're just, because things are hard right now, and you need to have a fresh idea, or you're thinking that, you would like to maybe try to get into a different area, or you'd like to freshen up some of your marketing or your commercials or a video, I can do that for you. I would love to help you on what your idea of success is, and get started on a program for you with that. So this is my first time live. I know there's not many people in here, but for those that are here, I appreciate you being here. And I would love to answer anyone's questions. I'm very open and easy to talk to. And I just love to see other people successful, no matter what that is. It is not I don't have the right to say what your success means, right? So when you tell me what you want to be successful in, or what you're struggling with, or if you want to be a homeowner, I will sit down and I will listen to you. We can come up with a plan. We can obtain your goals. To know that, if you're in that phase and you're looking and you need someone to really base a plan on how you want things to go for yourself, that's what I'm here for. That's what I love to do. I'm so blessed to have the opportunity to have those that work with me trust in me. I'm blessed to have had a difficult life, because by having a difficult life, I can help other people through the things that are difficult for them and help them to understand that, it could be worse, and we all can get through everything together. And sometimes we just need somebody to hold our hand and give us some other ideas. I'm also open to objective criticism. So if I'm doing something wrong and y'all are here and you think that I can do something better, please tell me, right? I just want to really reach enough people to let them know that there is a better way. Whether you work with me or not, somebody, the person you trust, should be asking you those questions right up front. Because, example, for home ownership, let's say I gave you an approval for something that you really couldn't afford, and I didn't pay attention to the details. Now you're in contract. You put your earnest money down. Earnest money is at least $500. Then let's say you paid for your inspection. So the inspection's always for you, not for me, but I read it with you because I want to look at it and see if there's any, scary things that the inspector didn't tell you about. So the inspection is for you. Some people in this market have waived their right to the inspection because really, sellers were having multiple offers. You go to a house and there's 50 offers on the table in 24 hours. So they were calling the shots, and, some people waived their inspection. But, in my state, buyer beware is a real thing. So, once you sign on the dotted line, it's yours. And you could be left with thousands of dollars if you waive your inspection. The appraisal is just for the bank. They want to make sure that if they, if you default on your payment, they have to come back and get the house. I mean, that is all they really care about. They care about the fact that you have maybe a little reserves in the bank, right? But the appraisal is at least $550. So $495 to $550. So let's say I approved you. Let's just hypothetically say that in my seat, we spoke, I approved you for the wrong amount. Okay. And it was too much. I gave you too much. You paid for your appraisal, you paid for your earnest money, and you paid for your inspection. Okay, there's at least about $1,500 to $2,000 there. So making sure that I'm accurate in the beginning and asking you all those questions, however irritating, is a necessity. And seeing the documents are a necessity. The other thing I like to do is the people who trust in me, to give them that approval and say, hey, this client, you can show them houses. I mean, gas is expensive. I really don't want my business partners rolling around the city if they don't need to, because, you should not be looking at houses if you can't afford them, because that's just going to hurt you in the long run. So, if you call certain places, you're going to get an approval. And that's just how it goes, because everybody gets one. It's in the back when you're going to have the issues if your representative isn't being honest with you, forthcoming, and really looking at all your options. So, at any rate, this was my first live. I hope that you'll join me for the next ones. I just wanted to see how this would go, and if you want to share and follow me, I greatly appreciate it. Helping people for a living is an honor. It's an honor to me to do this. And I hope that I can add just a little more value to those in the process of buying a home, those in the process of making a career decision to become a loan officer. And, I'm not the best. I'm not, but I'm honest. and I really care. Yes, I do know what to do before buying a house. Mr. Leave Me Alone or Mrs. Leave Me Alone. I like your screen name, really. That's nice. Yes, I do. And if before you're buying a home, I don't know exactly your situation, but there's quite a few things to do, which is, one, you don't want to put any large cash deposits in your bank. You want to make sure that the money has seasoned for at least 2 months, because as a loan officer, I'm looking back 2 months. You'll need your last month of pay stubs. If you don't, if you have any other source of income, if it's not a job, and it's, Social Security or, an annuity setup, whatever that is, we would need proof. So for Social Security, we need the award letter. For pension, we need your pension award letter. So 4 to 5 months, you'll be ready. Okay. So this is a good time to make sure that what you're doing is setting you up for a successful purchase. So, I don't know how much down that you're looking to put down. Can you tell me that? Those types of things. You need your last 2-year W-2s if you're a W-2 employee. So are you self-employed? Are you a W-2? Can you give me that information? Hi, Eris, E-R-I-S. Eris, thanks for being here. Everybody for being here. So, anyway, I was answered Leave Me Alone's question about what to do before buying a house. So, last 2-month bank statements, last month pay stubs, last 2-year W-2s if you are a W-2 employee, and or your driver's license, and then other documents will apply depending on what your situation is. So like if you're divorced, I need a divorce decree. If you have had if you pay child support, we need the child support order. If you receive child support, we need the last 12 months of the payment history. And what am I doing, Eris? I am talking about how to buy a home, how to be successful, how to have balance, those types of things. So, I'm a loan officer, mortgage specialist. I've been doing it 24 years, and I really love what I do, and I really enjoy helping other people to become successful, as success is not a cookie cutter. Success is based completely on an individual and what their idea of success is. And I personally feel that every person, no matter where you live, we all want to go home. When we're working, we want to go home. When we're out or we're on vacation, it always feels good to come home. So the person who is helping you with the process of buying your home really needs to be educating you, helping you with your budget, making sure that your debt ratio is not too high, because, you don't want to be house broke. You don't want to, be in that situation, be sitting in your pretty house with nothing. So I like to make sure that other people are getting the most out of their money, because money is very difficult to keep and save right now with the inflation, with gas, all of those things, right? So because money is so, so important, and because the money that you put down is your blood, sweat, and tears. All of us, our money is our blood, sweat, and tears. So your money should be treated with a lot of compassion, understanding, and a complete understanding of what your goals are when it's surrounding a purchase, right? So the other thing is, I mentor. I do have a mentorship program, but, I don't try to shove that in anybody's face. But, when you're a business person and you have a career that your life really intertwines with what you do, because I don't work a day in my life. I just do what I do, and I love helping other people. So that doesn't mean that means that I don't have a cutoff time. And being remote, I think one of the hardest challenges when you're a strong business person is when you're remote and it's in your house, you can get very distracted and your family can start feeling the effects of that. So through a lot of failure, I was able to mold myself into the businesswoman I am today, but it surely wasn't easy. And I think if I talk to other business people, I can help them skip a few steps of falling on your face, right? We all fall on our face at some point or another, but some of the things that I've learned in this career can help prevent you from falling on your face too. And, it's just a few different ways to really do this business and do it properly. And, if you're in the position to buy, refinance, which I don't suggest refinancing, but whatever the situation may be, if in fact you would like to speak privately, please send me a message. And, I have to get on a meeting, but it was so wonderful to come on and speak live today. It was my first time. So thank you for tuning in. And I'm always here if there's anything I can help you with. So thank you again. Enjoy your day and stay blessed, everybody. Take care.